Grimms, I'm Grimm! Hey! This is our homebrew brewery, and of course I cannot forget to introduce our wonderful tavern goers, which I tend to do more often than I want to admit. First we have Mr. Mark.
Hello,
Hello. Miss Lisa. Hello, Miss Lisa. Miss Søren. Hello. And Mr. Calvin. Hello. And I'm Grimm, and we're going to get right into it after I tell you to like and subscribe. But first we have a little bit of a recap. Now, things were a little dark, if we're being honest. So, I think 90% of the last game was primarily roleplay and fleshing out a lot of things. Can someone please start just with the seed of where we actually started last week? I know, it's all blended together in a... Exactly.
Victor made me cry.
No.
Right.
Victor was mean.
No.
Like,
So
Okay, I'm going to do the...
Calvin, why don't you recap? No, okay, so Victor and Zarek had a bit of a disagreement.
You're better at being a
There was a plan that went a little sideways when Zarek started to really kind of see through his own lens how Victor was changing. Perceived to be, in his eyes, quite evil, and I think some of the party may have agreed with him to an extent, but through Victor's eyes, it wasn't like that at all. He was being attacked, and he was definitely in the wrong, and because of this conflict, they came to blows a couple of times. There was a lot of harsh words and a lot of bloodshed, and eventually it ended with Zarek and Victor parting ways. Now, because the party has Carrie, who is essentially Victor's partner, and Minxie, who knows Victor from another life, Zarek was kind of left alone on the large boat with the captain.
And
now,
a cat. And the other cat.
Yes, and some cats.
And a couple other cats.
Now, during this time, he was kind of left to his own devices trying to figure out where to go as the captain said, you know what, screw it, it's your ship, you do what you want. Long story short, he ended up north, and he's freezing and trying to find his way back home, but in the meantime, it looks as if Victor, Carrie, and Minxie have found a small boat, got themselves back to Personas, and eventually realized that there was indeed another Victor in the house at some point. Apparently, Helen had a rather interesting run-in where she felt...
Did you call her Helen?
I did. Her name is... Ellen, sorry.
Yeah.
I always said Helen, I'm like, Helen. It's wrong either way. NPC.
Whatever
Okay.
her name is. It's
That chick,
like
the secretary, had a rather interesting run-in, and where she had pined over this gentleman for so long, she thought this might be my chance, and I think the other Victor thought this might just be a chance to get myself kind of in some good graces and maybe see what's going on in this new world. Ellen took it the wrong way for sure, left her husband and put all the cards on the table. It didn't work out. She was devastated, and that's where Carrie found her in a bar crying, bawling her eyes out, and eventually That's right, throwing up all over, eventually getting escorted back to the office, where at that point, things started to come together, realizing this other Victor hasn't been around in the last few days based on the mail you guys saw. It looks like he took everything, including some very personal possessions that are Victor specific. The mail stopped about 3 or 4 days ago being taken, so it seems as if 3-4 days is roughly when he left. You talked to people in the market, all sorts of transactions went down with that, and now we, I believe, just had this page fall from the sky a few miles outside the city limits, just catching just catching the eyes of Victor. And as this happened, the ground shook with a thunderous subwoofer-like tremble as the sun literally split in half.
I believe there was a sound of popcorn in the sky.
Popcorn exploded.
That's right.
Like opens the bag.
Yeah, separating into the two halves and just leaving the world in complete shock, screaming going on. Our heroes thought, you know what? Most pages seem to be in the general vicinity of a Victor. Maybe this means something. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. So off they ran. And that's where we left off, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Now you guys are just headed right there, right? Just bolting.
Running through the city streets.
Well, as soon as we get to the outskirts of the city, Carrie would look for the stables, and if they're all running indoors and there's horses skittering, she's gonna.
There are horses tied that are kind of freaking out a little bit, but everyone's running.
Yeah, get them ready to ride out of the city.
Yep,
basically.
no one cares about the horses at this point. The
we've
sky
got
is
a
falling
horse.
apart.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Throw some coins.
Just generic, some Lego pieces. So yeah, you grab your horses, off you go, galloping away with no one caring about horses at this point. The world is coming to an end. It appears Armageddon is on its way. We're going to take a brief pause. As we move to Zarek. Out on the water, you make your way back. You hope south, hoping to find land. All right. Now, why don't you roll survival for me?
The permafrost does not bode well.
Yeah, what's the weather like out here on the water? And I see the sun splitting, I'm sure, over there, and the sky.
It's very cold, and
Very
you're not
cold, very choppy. Or...
You're not very excited about the idea of that sun going away either, because that doesn't mean
that's-
warmth. Yeah.
Oh, I could use the sun.
That does not look very good to me.
Puts away the tinfoil. Oh man, I'm sunbathing today.
Could really use Alex right about now. Alright, survival check. I have to bring it up the stats, I guess. Survive. Okay, the -1, that's a 13.
You are somewhat headed in the right direction.
Which is the direction that I want to go.
Yes.
And the direction I want to go is towards that
Mountain?
Cogsbrook. Wherever where we docked there last to get there, where the car was, where we left that.
I would say you broke a 10 and you've actually passed this area multiple times at this point. I will say you can navigate yourself back. It's not that hard. It's one piece of land. So yes, eventually I'll say you can find your way there. Now, a few days
Point of exhaustion, you're at disadvantage.
Yes. Now,
Just 1 point of exhaustion? It's been a while.
it would just be 1 point of. You have food, you have rations, you have sleep.
I have sleep.
You do have sleep. You have cats. You are astray for a reason. Yes, but it would be 1 point of exhaustion.
Cats that he wanted to sell.
You just straight rolled.
Yeah.
Okay, roll one more time.
Okay, that would be a 5.
Ah,
Oh,
no. So you think I need to turn this around, and you do.
I fall asleep on the wheel.
Yeah, a little past 180 degrees, and you end up feeling a lot colder, and you can kind of attribute that to the sun going away, but it's kind of hard to tell at this point. You're noticing your fingers are starting to have a really hard time holding on to anything, really, or opening up for that matter. Things are very stiff, the wind is very chilly, and at this point, you hear walking up the stairs, opening the door. What the where are we?
I don't know. Probably around the same place where the last time you asked.
You said I spoke to you. You said you knew where you was going. It was just the other.
I said I need you to guide this ship because I don't know how to do it.
All right, you know what? You go down. I'm gonna take care of things.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay. You go down, and he decides he's gonna take care of things. You're gonna sleep for about 8 hours.
Where are we going? Where are you taking me?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, we won't
You're
tell.
more than 8 hours away from really anywhere at this point, so you don't have to worry about it. You can
Well, I'm kind of worried about it. Where is it? Where are you gonna
Are you
take
gonna
me?
fight with him over it?
Well, I'm just gonna ask him.
I'm getting out of the damn cold is where I'm going.
Yeah, but don't you have anywhere where you would like to go? Maybe.
Oh, I have lots of places I'd like to go. One of
is
them's
it?
not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get downstairs. I'll get us warm and safe. You son of a
Right.
bitch.
So hard to answer a damn
So,
question.
you go downstairs, 8 hours pass, and you wake up, blankets and furs over you, stomach a little empty, but warmer. You can feel there's not quite as much of a chill as you make your way up, and you look and the sky's quite dark. After all, the sun did split. And you are noticing it's not just warm, it's stationary. You're not going anywhere. And it seems as if everything is gone from the boat. The cats, everyone.
I slept real well.
Everything. You slept very well. You also notice a bit of a funny taste in your mouth. You also notice you're very hungry. More than 8 hours hungry.
Yeah,
You don't know how long it's been. But there's no one there. The captain is gone. The crew is gone. All the items are gone. You think you may have been drugged.
About my items.
All of your items. You have basically what you were sleeping in.
Oh yeah?
That's
Just have my
it.
PJs? My nightcap?
There is nothing left. Everything is gone, and you are essentially with this boat, which barely has anything
My
left to
chainsword?
run. Nothing. Nothing.
My mirror images?
Yeah, they're there.
Oh, I got my buddies.
They're just
That's
as sad
good.
as you are, though. And they're no
If it
good.
requires
cheer up.
spell components, then they're not there.
Oh, no.
No, I still got my
The verbal?
gem that's embedded into my hand.
If it's embedded,
Oh, yes.
yes, we spoke of that, yes.
All right.
Yes, technically, yes. I was still good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I put it there.
But that's it. Now, we won't go too long, but what do you think Zarek would do at this point?
Well, I suppose he would go to shore and see where we are. So he gets off the boat. Well, what does he see? Is he on shore? Is
Yeah,
there
so
a
you're
dock?
you're docked. You don't know where you are, but you know that you are docked, and it isn't very cold at all compared to what it was, anyways. You feel a similar temperature to when you guys were in Presonus and stuff. It's just obviously very dark out, and that kind of nighttime chill is in the air, but that's about it. So
Okay.
you're kind of middle of the continent.
There's people around?
No,
Nobody
it's
around.
completely empty. There's a forest line and a dock, and it doesn't look as if there's really any reason
And
for
I don't
the dock
recognize
to be
this
there.
dock.
No.
Where am I? I could be anywhere. I'd pull out a map, but I don't have one. It's gone. I guess he would start checking the homes that were nearby or the buildings.
Make his way through the tree line to
Yeah.
see if he
Hello?
can find civilization. Okay.
Anyone?
Yeah, you don't hear anything, but you do smell some rotting.
I have been
kinda
at sea
look
for a
around-
while.
Yeah, but you look around, you notice that there's some deer and stuff, but it looks like they weren't finished off and actually eaten. It looks like they were just kind of mangled and chunks taken. It doesn't look like
Okay.
anyone was really that hungry, which kind of begs the question, why were they even into...
Could
Yeah.
I make it like a medicine check to see what
Yep.
killed these
Yeah,
deer?
absolutely.
Try to investigate that.
Mhm.
Or investigation is a lot higher. So, medicine or investigation, are you good with either?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 14, since I don't think I would still have
And which
exhaustion.
one did you roll?
Investigation.
Okay.
Maybe tracks nearby, that
yeah,
kind of
so
thing.
there are definitely
The size of the
footprints.
claw
It just
marks
looks
or
like
whatever it
looks
is.
like shoes and stuff. Doesn't look like there's a lot of claw marks or anything. It looks like it's almost just blunt force, just ripping, kind of like someone trying to cut you with a spoon. It just doesn't. It just looks like there was a lot of effort
Spooned
involved,
to death.
and it looks like it's mostly just like around the ear and kind of the back of the head. Everything pulled out in skull chunks.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of these.
As you investigate, you move through, and we'll get back to you. at
Yeah,
some
and
point.
now he's being a lot quieter.
Good call.
Yeah, now he's gonna sneak about and try to see something first before it hears the
Before
hint.
we leave, roll stealth. Before we leave Zarek for
Okay.
a moment, just to kind of
Sure.
give me an idea of where
Sounds
this
good.
might go.
Okay, that's a 20. Dirty 20.
Wow. Okay. Perfect. So we go back to our heroes, moving on horseback. It'll make the journey a little bit quicker. Now, is there anything you guys want to do on the journey?
No, I think pretty focused on the goal.
No. Okay. Did nobody want to chat or anything?
I kind of want to like stick back with Minxie just because I don't think I would want to go anywhere near Victor at the moment.
Okay.
I'm fine with him like racing on ahead.
Sure. So Victor says moving on ahead. You notice you are having a hard time controlling the horses. I'm gonna say you can eventually do it. It's not. You're used to this. It's not really that strange to you, but the horses are they're a little bit
A little
spooked.
stuck.
So you're not making quite as well time as you would have hoped.
Okay.
But yeah, Minxie and Carrie, you guys can hang back a little bit. Calvin, you going to the front. You guys gonna chat about anything?
Yeah.
You wanna? I think we kind of went through this a little bit. Do you guys want to chat this here? Or do you want to chat the second part of it to Victor? How do you guys want to orchestrate
Probably
this?
later. I should just see like Carrie very
Okay,
upset and
so okay, good. So
down.
Carrie and Minxie are just chatting in the back, and then
Trying to figure out what she's gonna do with Victor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, did he always treat you like that?
No. Like, you saw where we got back to Presonus, like, my name's literally on the sign outside. Like, we had it, like, 6 months together. In the first month we changed it, like, it was that close, and honestly saw him as, like, someone to look up to, like a role model. And, like, that's what my parents did. Like, my adopted dwarven parents were like, oh, he looks like a very respectable man. Like, see all of his posters all around everywhere. Like, they literally see him in every single town. He helps people. He was helping elderly people. Like, Ellen. Like,
So he was. Like, did he start getting tainted? Do you think he's tainted?
From all of this, you can't deal with it.
It was
Like-
a lot to go through for him. I know that.
And go through that with your family. Like, I'm lucky that my family aren't alive, that they can't, like, be taken advantage of. Like, I guess I'm lucky for all of that.
Was he starting to change before that, though?
He did blow up a whole pirate cove. Like, when he told
They were
you.
pirates, though.
I know, but that's where I was from. Like, I kind of just... I knew those people.
Blew up your hometown?
Not anymore. I don't see it as my hometown anymore, but like that's where I lived for the majority of my life. Like, I was taken and stolen away from the pirates, and then when we went into the volcano, I found out that my pirate dad had like technically left all this money for me.
You have a lot of dads.
And yeah, it's very confusing. It is so confusing. Pirate dad, human dad, dwarf dad,
Elf dad.
elf dad.
Okay.
Gotta catch 'em up.
Pokey dad.
So you just kind of go around and then you go on adventures and you pick different dads?
Oh god, no.
This one's a water type.
So I feel demon type next. But
I don't know if that's a good option. I'm sure Victor, he seems a little bit more calm now, right? Maybe he'll get better.
I think he's calm around you. That's the problem. Like, I'm scared for if you leave. Like, if this Victor is your Victor, are you just gonna like leave then? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know what to do. Like,
You don't want me to go?
in a way, I don't. But you are what brings Victor happiness. Clearly, as soon as you came into this, it was like you never got to meet Alex, but as soon as Alex came in, she was like this ball of happiness and joy and like love, and it was hard to see that he saw her in a way like better than me. Like it's like being an only child and then having a new little baby come into the family, and all the love and affection got put onto them.
Okay, I have like 12 brothers and sisters, so I
Really?
can relate to that, yeah.
That would be so cool to have. Like, you must come from a really lovely place to have.
It is the most wonderful place ever.
Is it?
You should go there sometime, though I'm not really sure how to get there.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Jojo did like jump from places.
I don't just want to randomly jump.
No. We want to be very specific because there's a lot of very horrible books that you haven't been able to see yet. So I'm hoping this one's not as bad, but oh my god. Like, yeah. She's like internally just screaming and crying, but
Speaking of books, you don't have to talk about it, but I kind of saw something and I'm pretty sure it's yours, and
what?
I'll just pass you a book. I didn't read all of it, but I read some, and they're
Okay.
lovely.
She's just gonna like quiver a little bit and be a bit nervous. Well, yeah, it's like my Bible, I guess.
Your Bible, I
Victoria
like that.
never like wanted to read it because it was all religious-y, but I don't really read any of those bits. I just doodle in the back and write my story.
There were some very interesting things I thought in the back, so if ever you want to talk, I am here.
Thank you. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate that. And then I'm just gonna like put down my visor, trying not to cry, and then just go.
if you ever want to open up, will do.
Maybe another time. Okay.
Maybe when the world isn't ending.
My Bible, I treasure it greatly. I don't read the religious-y bits.
Drawing
Mostly
the
do with
Yeah. It's a book. It's a diary.
Alright, Mixie, what are you doing?
It's literally the only thing I came in with in armor.
We're heading to that light.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So,
the page.
we're gonna get to the light part?
No.
Okay. I'm following your lead.
I will go just mosey on up to Victor.
Yeah.
I'll just be
It's not quite Mosey speed. Victor is very ecstatic at the idea of finding a worse Victor.
Oh.
He is like, oh my god, if there's one that's worse than me, then I'm okay. So he is like pinning all of his...
Median? You're like the median at the middle of the road one? I'm just like...
Well, that's honestly what all he's like hoping for at this point. So he's like, yeah!
Fair enough.
Like pushing the horse. But
Well,
if he hears you like fighting to catch up, he's like,
Go
oh!
get him.
Okay, I'm gonna run after him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'll slow the horse on down after a bit just to, like, that awkward moment where she's riding and I'm like, I know you're there. I've got to go to my... Oh my god, if you're not going to drop this... I'll, like, slow the horse down. Alright, what's up, Mixie? What's going on?
As he starts slowing down, I'll just kind of be humming a little tune, and I'll just kind of go, "You promised the world and I fell for it."
That's great.
I put you first and you adored it. Set fire to my forest and you let it burn. Sang off key to my chorus, 'cause it wasn't yours. You know this one? I'm not sure if you know this one.
At first... I didn't recognize it with the first line. I hadn't put it to music, actually. I'm not much of a musician.
I've noticed you're not a musician, but my Victor was. And he wrote this song.
He wrote it?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I had it bouncing around, well, bits of it anyway, bouncing around my head like a poem because I couldn't actually
You must
sing
have
it,
heard
so...
it from me. Because it's very interesting, isn't it? The lyrics in it are very nice. It seems like it could relate to you, maybe?
Well, yeah. Yeah, but... You didn't get to the part... The chorus, the most important part, the line that inspired
I
it
don't
all.
know. I think the most important part might actually be when it says... shoot, I should have got the lyrics out. I noticed the signs and I ignored it. Rose-colored glasses. All distorted. Set fire to my purpose, and I let it burn.
You got off
On the hurting when it wasn't yours. I think that song might actually be talking about somebody else.
Well, yeah, it's talking about me and the person that caused it.
Yeah,
Right.
Serene.
And I don't know. I've actually kind of dropped it from my head. It's been a pet project for a long time. It was
You
a
know
little
who I
thing.
think the song really pertains to?
Who, Nixie? Give me your best guess.
Carrie. I think that's Carrie's song.
You think that I'm singing about Carrie, or that's how Carrie sees me?
I think that is how Carrie feels. Carrie has a wonderful book full of poetry, very similar to that song.
Does she now? I wouldn't know. I haven't actually,
You should maybe talk to her and see how she's feeling.
Do you talk to a mercenary about their pastimes?
Why not?
Because you're there to do a job, and a job only. Getting personal ruins things. Puts the actual mission that you're hiring them for at jeopardy, yeah? That's what this is now. We're doing a mission. We have to do it properly. And I don't want to get to know her any more deeply than I do now. Because it cost me very deeply feeling things for her already. I paid a great price for her.
What did you pay?
My dignity, my self-worth. I gave that up for her to keep her safe, momentarily.
Why are you so angry? Why are you always so angry? Calm down. We're just having a talk.
You're right. You're right.
I just thought it was a lovely song, and I thought that you were very close with Carrie, and you don't seem to be close with her, and I'm sorry that you had to do that, but you should maybe look through her eyes. Try that. Try feeling how other people might feel in situations, not just yourself, and maybe that can help you as well.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Sure, you know what? I'll give this little empathetic exercise a shot. And I'll talk to her. Alright? I'll see if it keeps her morale up. She was a bit of a mess on the way across the water. Nearly drove me mad. But I'll see if I can talk to her and put on a happy face.
You know
Maybe...
you were putting on a happy face like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, I was happy at the idea of finding someone worse than me out there in the universe. So, yeah, that was
maybe we'll find that person.
We're close. Well, we were catching up to them up until we had to stop hiding. But if it's necessary, and I'll look back and see that Carrie has her visor on, just like sauntering in the back.
I will see that you're stopped up ahead of me and like slow the horse down so that I don't get to you
It's
very quickly.
It's kind of like when someone stops to tie their shoe and they're just taking too long to do it.
I'm
It's
almost
like,
looking
oh,
like I'm like
what's this
looking
thing?
around,
Okay.
like searching, making sure that we're all okay, making sure no one's like following us.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Because if I need her to be effective, this is clearly not effective.
Well, you can't go in there taking that attitude you have right now.
Well, no, obviously I'll like doll it up and like put on a brave face and be like, "Hey, kiddo," and you know, I'll make it look real.
Will you? I mean, you seem to be having a hard time. I know you went through a lot. She's gone through a lot too. We all have been through so much.
True enough. True enough.
Just try, please. That's all.
All right. I'm locking in at I'll try.
That's all I ask.
Okay. Damn it, Mixie. Just grumble as I turn my horse around and go, Carrie, nope.
Yeah.
Stay where you are. Don't turn around. No, this is no. Like, the horse up and she's like, oh no, there's stuff over here. Just, Carrie.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll pull up alongside and go, I'm not going to talk to a faceless knight in armor. Visor up.
Okay.
Let's see those pretty peepers. Oh, there they are.
The inside's all rusted.
Salt water.
Maybe I'll show that.
My gosh. You know, I can safely say that they shine brighter than the sun now that the sun is split in two and broken beyond the horizon. So, looking good, kiddo. And the little dewdrops add that twinkle. That's a good look on you.
I don't want you to treat me like Alex.
No?
I just want you to treat me like me.
I look at
I know
Minxie
you're
and I'm
not
just like...
No, I know you're not doing so well. It's okay. Are
All
we
right.
okay? We can get...
Carrie.
Get here. Get to the next page for you.
That's good. That's what I want too, and I'm glad that you're on board. Do you know why I treat you the way that I do? Do you know? Have you stopped to think of why I level a certain amount of disappointment in your direction, but not You got half of it, right? There is the whole part of, the god author following God happens to land you on my doorstep after authoring my torturous lifestyle.
Yeah.
So there's that. That was half of it. The other reason I get upset at you is because I have expectations of you, dear. Do you not understand that? If I didn't care about you, if I didn't think that you were worth anything, I wouldn't get upset. I treat Alex in a lovey-dovey, parental way because she is ultimately a naive child. She is a little girl who has been kept alone from the real world for almost her entire adult life. You have not. You're a well-seasoned veteran.
I've had a couple of years in the world, and that's with dwarven paladins.
Your pirating days don't count as a good bit of seasoning? I would say that would toughen a few kids up.
I would toughen them up and not give them a childhood.
I didn't say that. I need to know what you want from me, Carrie. I'm seeing you, and I know what you can be. I know that you have managed to come out the other end of an extremely dangerous childhood, and you've come out strong for it. Then, you came out the other end of pretty intense, rigorous religious training and military training from your dwarven adopted parents. Then you stuck around with me for a little while, and I got to see you in action. I know what you can be. I'm just trying to get you to that ceiling that is just so high up that I know you can eventually get to. I'm just trying to get you there as fast as possible. That's all.
That's okay. I'm only as old as Alex. You've been through so much and so much life and experiences, and I guess I just want everyone to be happy, and it's so hard to have everyone be happy and protect everyone. That's what I've been shown. That's all that I have in the world, is just keeping people safe, keeping the people I have around me safe, and trying to outstretch that to the community and to everyone else. And I don't think I'm worthy of being brought to that level. It's why I tried to save all those people, and it's why I tried to save all those elves. It wasn't to go against you, it wasn't to upset you. I just couldn't think that if there was one innocent person there, that they deserved life more than me.
See, and this is all I'm trying to teach you. You have an attitude I wish I still possessed.
You do. You really do. You have it. It doesn't just go away. Even though...
And I do still want to help people. The thing is I've had a long enough go at things that I know what you have to do in order to actually save as many as possible, in order to actually do as much good as possible. You have your heart in the right place. You just don't have your head there yet.
Okay.
That's what I've been trying to do. I am trying to make you be competent so that you can be as benevolent as you wish to be. I know that you would change the world for the better if only you could change it. That's what I'm trying to do, is unlock your potential.
Well, I don't want to be benevolent, I don't want to rule, or... That's
you want
not
to do
what
good.
I want to do good, but why don't you just meet me halfway then? Just as much as you can. I understand completely if there is horrible people, or if we can't save everyone, but just someone, just please, someone. We've had too much loss, we've had too much crazy, just the last couple of weeks have been so insane. I understand why we're all on a stretched thin.
Carrie, I'm going to ask you right now, and your answer is going to very deeply affect the way I treat you and talk to you from here on out.
Yes.
Do you want me to treat you like a daughter or a friend or a chum and a buddy with no expectations. We can be pals together. You can believe what you want and do what you want, and I do what I want, and we go, yeah, well, we like each other. Do you want that from me, or do you want me to have those goals, those expectations, and try to push you to meet them? Because in my mind, these two things are mutually exclusive. If you want me to treat you in a chummy, friendly way, nice and easy breezy, you can have that, Victor. I can small talk for days.
I know you can.
I know I'm doing
We
it
used to do
now.
it together. I know.
But if you want that, you can get it. Then you won't have to deal with tough and rough and sometimes, well, a lot of times, mean and butthole Victor.
He is a butthole.
Yeah, can be.
You are what you eat.
But I just need to know what you want from me. Because you're asking for two different things.
I want you to be like you were before. You push me to be better. The Victor that I got dropped on your doorstep as, because that's ultimately what's made me who I am. It's made me grow so much more than I have the rest of the 16 years of my life. That was nothing compared to the last 6 months, and now the last couple weeks. I just need to know that we're still out there to help people. We're still caring for victims of this world.
We are, Carrie. The problem is a problem purely of scale. You came to my doorstep, and I was helping kittens out of trees. And I was bringing in small-time burglars and bandits. And I was, there's goblins who are attacking my sheep. And we would go out and get rid of the goblins, right? That was our environment. And so I pushed you accordingly. Nice, easy pace, yeah? Reality. Everything is at stake. The scale has gone up infinitely. And that is why the pressure on you has gone up a great deal. Because before, I needed you to be able to punch a surly man in the face. Now, I need you to track down aspects of a god dragon to convince them to attack a tyrant who has held the creator of the universe hostage, right?
Yeah.
That scale is insane, and so the pressure will be insane. You're talking about how there's too much loss of life, and that's where I disagree. We were weighing the lives of a dozen malnourished elves versus every elf that has, is, or will ever be. And that's just the elves. You've got to throw in every creature of every race. The scale is too big for me to stay nice to you. Do you understand that? I'm not being mean because I like doing it. It tears me up having to do this to you, Carrie. But I feel that I have to do it so that I can make the world a place where I can actually hang out with you and have fun again. Right?
She's gonna if the horses are stopped, she's gonna lean over and just hug Victor.
And I'll just hug her back.
And just try. She's not gonna cry. She's gonna have a little sniffle, but then hold it back.
This too shall pass. This is a temporary thing. I am being hard because the universe demands that we be hard right now. It is not pretty. It is not what I want. It's not what you want.
No.
I want to get us back to normal. I want to have fun with you again. Let's get that done, yeah?
Yes. Get this done.
All right.
Get to this Victor. Clearly he's gonna be a douchebag.
Good. We track him down. We fuck him up. We find out what he knows. We get my mail back. We get my stuff back.
I get him to apologize to Eleanor.
We get him to sure.
Joking.
Not sure if we have time for that.
She will snigger. Just Until he showed his junk.
When Minxie sees that there's a worse me out there, she'll be better around me. You're being better around me. We'll get back on track.
As much of an asshole now.
We'll find a way to get rid of the Jinn's hold, and then we'll get to the end of the line, and we'll fix it all. Great.
Go! And then,
All right.
yeah.
By
At
the
that
way,
point. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Okay, by the way.
Part one, by the way, of us being normal again is I gotta tell you, you gotta keep up on the armor. You stopped cleaning it on the trip over, it's in a shambles. This is not even done up to the right strap. Someone hits that with a warhammer, it's coming clean off. Like, sort yourself out, you're a mess. And I'll start leaning over and, like,
She's gonna
helping
be
her
so
prestidigitation, her
happy,
armor, and
because, like,
help her with the
normally
straps and stuff.
Victor would help her put on
Yeah.
her armor.
Perfect.
So actually, that's almost gonna make her
Good.
like.
That's
she seems
awesome.
very
Just
happy.
looking back and smiling.
Good. And at this point, I think on the positive note, we're going to back up in time a little bit and go a little bit of a different angle with this. We're going to have Calvin, if he's up for it, play this solo as another Victaire. So, when the sun split in two and this page fell from the sky, there was indeed a Victaire camping out not too far from the city, just a few miles actually.
It's evil Victor.
It's evil Victaire. It's a Victaire. So, ta-da to Victaire. Victaire, you're going to see something as you're sitting there making your fire. This page is going to float down from the sky. This is the first time that you've actually seen this as this Victaire. And you notice, put it up on the screen there. There you go.
So he's just like, snatch it out of the air?
It's almost like it's sent to you.
What are the odds of that? The fiery heart of life, so divided and split like a flame gone dark. Okay, all right. Some fear death because they believe it is the end. Others, like Quilliam and his master, know but good job, Quilliam and master. For the greatest loss of life is not life itself, but rather that which died within us as we live. There we go. Yep, nailed it. World after world. Oh, this is good. This is bad, actually. They wait for the seventh, hopefully for understanding, yet fearful of the answers that lay before them.
And at that point, you hear or
Interesting
feel
nonsense.
this rumble
Oh no!
as the sun splits into two pieces. Yes, and starts to fall to either side of the sky with embers and popping and crackling, your feet shaking beneath you. And yeah, you are basically witnessing the end of the world.
Oh shit. Okay, big guy. Hopefully we can outrun the sun splitting. I'm so sorry I stole you. And I'll get
Yes,
up on a stolen horse.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Yes. So you start making your way on the horse. Now, as you start to do this, you actually run into a little bit of trouble. The cracking and popping, that sub-frequency shaking underneath, has actually caused a split in the land in front of you, causing it to basically hit about 15 or so feet as this geographically it doesn't even make sense. The land is like rising up and you're seeing these layers of like centuries of dirt popping in front of you as it starts to rise up and crack, and these flames are falling from the sky. It seems that there's not really anywhere to go.
Okay. I'll dismount. Go. Big guy, this is where you want to get down on your knees and pray if you can. So I just get down on my knees.
Nice.
Byzance, you're a piece of shit. My prayers are not directed to you, but to the big guy upstairs. I'm talking to your dad now. Even though I know for a fact, because I heard it from his own mouth, I was there in person in heaven, and he did say that he had abandoned the world and all of his creations within it. This is like one last honest go. Please, big guy. Don't know what the hell's going on. And if you could just write it all in with a snap, that'd be great. Amen.
Now, I don't know who you have a character sheet for this guy, but you can stat for stat the same. But can you roll perception for me?
All right.
Yeah.
No performance.
Oh,
no,
it's perception.
Okay.
It's a 6+. He is not particularly
No.
wise. He is not wise
Perfect.
like this Victaire is not
Perfect.
wise.
Now roll the perception as your
So far.
other Victaire.
Okay. This other Victaire is
See
not
who
wise.
sees who first.
Other Victaire.
Okay, so
I'm writing that.
other
We're gonna
Victaire.
have to come up with better names for these.
Don't worry about it, guys.
Well,
So other Victaire, you see
Kathak
a horse
Victaire.
kind of just frantic. Yeah, you can kind of see that there's this horse frantic, trying to find some way out with the gentleman that's just basically on his knees in a praying position, and he looks similar to you, and he doesn't seem to be focused on anything other than just what he's doing. So
He's got like my clothes
yeah.
on.
And he's actually, as you get close, you notice he's wearing some of the prized possessions that you've kept.
I look at Carrie, and I go, all right,
What?
game time.
Yeah.
The universe demands his death. Visor down, sword out. Let's do this. With the horse.
How many minutes are we away from him?
You're not really minutes away. You're getting pretty. His perception was crap. You guys are getting a surprise round. That's why I rolled the way that I rolled it.
Oh yeah, I won't do the glowing with my sword yet, just in case it sets him off. I'll grab it. Be ready. Go into battle.
Okay.
Visor down.
Cool. So at that point, you do get a surprise attack. So
face me and admit to your degeneracy, you monster! I just yell.
Are you yelling it? Okay. I don't know if you want to grab that little card, but you can help me out. That'd be great.
That's right.
Okay, so you yell at yourself, and then what does the Minel Victor say?
He goes,
Yeah.
okay, weird way to answer the prayer, but it's an answer. Ho there, traveler! No monster here, not for some time. Ooh, that's an interesting get-up. So kind of, whoa, hey, what? No, swords down. I surrender. Yep. I give up. All done.
He's a bit of a wuss.
All right, so
Surrendering so quickly.
He's gonna stop and go.
What do you do?
He stops the horse and goes, all right, this is how it's going to be you. You're going to drop all of the things that you stole from me. You're going to put them on the ground, and you're going to explain what brought you here, what world you came from. You're going to tell me what you're doing and how you managed to hurt Elena's feelings. Someone that I've abused for years and has not shown a shred of it affecting her in the slightest, and you broke her down. What have you done? What magics have you wrought?
Yeah. What he said.
He's over there.
Tough.
What's that?
He's over there.
Oh, he's
Oh yes. Yeah, Victor looks that way always.
Not making a lot of sense there, big guy. How? Minxie.
Oh my.
Sorry, buddy.
Victor?
Yeah, come here.
Real
Gets up
Victor.
on his knees and runs towards you, and he'll go. You're not off your horse. You're really here. And he'll grab you, and he'll just kind of spin you
Oh
around.
my god, it is you!
Oh my gosh!
I give him 1,000 kisses.
You know, I managed to write something in the little week that we've been gone. You want to hear it?
Of course I do.
All right. I came alive when I first kissed you. The best me has his arms around you. You made me better than I was before. Thank God I'm yours. The worst me is just a long gone memory. You put a new heartbeat inside of me. You made me better than I was before. Thank God I'm yours. And he puts in his and then that's just the chorus part. But there's the parts before that, something about I feel like a boat, but one that's in a bottle, or a worn out set of shoes, or some shit like that. You know, the classic I'm so weary. But what do you think? Yeah! Throw the loot in the air, give her a spin. So good. I can't believe you made it. I'm not here alone. That's great.
I have been looking for you forever. How long have you been here?
I've been here for 5-6 days, I think, or maybe long. It's kind
About
of
a week.
Yeah, about a week.
I don't think we landed in the same spots, because I had to come over here on a boat and everything, and I met another Victor.
Yeah, I was gonna ask who the handsome sad sack with the poor taste in tattoos is, but
He's really grumpy, and I thought he was you for 2 days.
oh, you didn't. You didn't.
No.
Okay, we're cool. But yeah, so I've been here for a week, and I saw a place, and a bunch of people were saying hi, and this little lady was like, hey, I haven't seen you for a bit, so she brought me to this house.
Yeah, that was Eleanor. What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything.
What did you do to her?
She left her husband for you.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's kind of when I actually got out of there. That was the thing that made me get out of Dodge. I was in there, and she showed me this place, and she was like, "You're acting funny," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, whoa, hey, show me around. If this is my stuff," I was very confused. I had nothing on me, so I was down for any little bit of stuff that I could find. I just treated her nicely, like that's it. I didn't do anything behind your back, right? Let's get that clear.
Oh, I thought you did stuff to her. She kind
No!
of made it out like that.
She made it seem like you did. She's very in love with you, whatever you did.
Yeah, I said her name, and she just lost it. Then she went to hug me, and I was like, "Oh, there," and I hugged her back and gave her like 1 or 2 pats on the back tops. And she just tried to go on tiptoe to kiss me, but she was like at my belly button, so it really didn't work, and I could just be like, "No." And so I just didn't. And then she thought that was me like flirting or playing hard to get, and I was like, "Yeah, why don't you?" She was like, "I'm gonna go and tell someone something." I was like, "Yeah, you do that."
Okay, it looked really bad. Like, it looked like you came in there and you swept her off her feet, and then you broke her heart and you just left, and then you, like, stole a bunch of things from a bunch of different people.
No, actually, I paid back a bunch of people for stuff that I didn't actually, like, debt I did not accrue.
Of
I was-
course you did.
What? No,
You're so nice.
I didn't accrue any. Oh, I'm paying back. Yes, I was going around trying to find you. I was asking people, and pretty much like 50% of the people, I was like, "Hey there, have you seen like a cat person?" They're like, "Hey there, do you have the money you owe me?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I had to sell like a whole bunch of stuff. I had to pawn all this crap off, and I don't know. I did a lot of like manual labor. Oddly enough, it was tough. I've got calluses on my hands. I'm a musician. This is that's the hardship I've been through,
terrible.
Minxie.
You should never have gone through that. I'm so sorry, Victor.
Can you kiss my hand? It has
Yes,
a
I can.
This is how the universe gets right again. All right.
I saw Vimic.
You saw Vimic? How's that lovable idiot doing?
You-
Why isn't he with you?
He was a big chunky rabbit,
Well, yeah.
and then he
we
kind
know
of
he's a
helped
chunky
us,
rabbit.
but he like ran after a big dragon.
That's
Have
not
you
a
seen
good plan.
dragons? Have you seen one? There's dragons here.
Have I managed to? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen, so you've been here for about a week or so,
Yeah.
and there's been talk, especially when they were at Cogsbrook, they mentioned there were dragons in the sky fighting for territory or things of that nature. It's not really a secret anymore. This is not something that's being hidden. People are seeing them flying around. You've been here for a week. You've definitely seen them, and you've seen them in, or at least heard of them in the past campaigns and stuff. So this isn't. Dragons make sense to you as a thing, and yes, you've probably seen them flying.
Am I heading currently in the direction of a dragon? Like that I've heard of from the town, like rumor mills, and or one that I've seen.
I mean,
like what am I doing out here?
Yes, so you accrued quite a lot of debt, and essentially after paying it off, or paying off what you could. I'd mentioned that you only were able to pay off one of the people that were owed for the horses. At that point, it was kind of a I need to get out of here kind of thing. So you camped outside of the city because if you do need supplies, there's a city 3 miles away. It's not that bad. You know where it is, but you kind of just need to lay low and figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Well, that was 3 or 4 days ago, and now they've caught up with you, and here you are. If you've gone to look for dragons or something, that's totally up to you, but ultimately it was just you just need to get out of there because you owed so much money. It's better to just kind of get outside city limits and just camp out, because at least there
And
you
actually,
should not be
I
bothered.
guess this Victor has no idea about the importance of these dragons, so he wouldn't be going towards them.
No.
So he's just
Probably just be on
escaping
the main
his
road,
his debts
Yeah.
He's basically
and
just running
looking
away
in
from
different
everyone.
places for Minxie.
Yeah, after that thing
Okay.
with Ellen, he's just like, and then all the debt, he's like, this is not the place I want to be because people know me for not the right reasons. I think I should probably just get out of here, camp out, figure out a game plan, and that's kind of where you camped out, so.
Gotcha. All right. So now that we're back together again. Oh, and yeah, Vimic. So he fought a dragon. That's why he needs us around. That's not a good play.
I don't know if he's still alive.
He's a durable dude, I imagine. I mean,
I hope so. I mean, I faced a dragon and I had to like dance naked for it so that it wouldn't like kill us. And there was some
Alright.
other guy with us who was dancing naked too.
if it was under threat of death, then you're good.
And then
But only
the other
because it's
you
under threat
absolutely
of death.
refused to do it.
I did. I wasn't even there.
The
Oh, that
other
guy.
you completely refused to do it, even though his good friend there ended up doing it too, and he was the only one who would not.
Well, I mean, let's see.
Yeah, I got naked.
So
for
he
other
was
you.
with. He didn't want to die. So you guys had to
It
dance
was really
naked to not
confusing.
die, and
It
then
was
he
really
didn't
confusing.
dance?
I don't even know why we were doing it. Apparently, we could have just left.
That makes the situation even
It was
weirder.
the most-
Minxie, you gotta fill me in on, like, the important details.
Yeah,
I
but
have no
there's
idea
some
what the hell is
horrible
going
things
on.
that happen, Victair, to other Victair.
Okay. Like,
Before we
outside
went
of
to
the
see the
other,
dragon,
the original stuff?
your dad tried to kill you.
That wouldn't be good. Oh, he was a spineless guy. Didn't think he would have it in it.
He
him
was
to
not
try to-
strong. It was
Oh,
very
it didn't even
sad to
go
watch.
down in like a cool way. Did he have
No.
like a catchphrase at least?
I'm gonna
Or-
pull the sad Victair over just so that we're not listening to
Yes.
this conversation too much.
Okay, switch it.
Oh no, just to like get
Yeah.
out.
Sad Victair is just gonna go,
Yeah.
man, this guy could fucking talk for days. He likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, like that singing was a bit too.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you sing
no.
when you like someone?
I've said it like 1,000 times.
No, I understand.
And he's got my voice. Does he know how bad he is? God, what the hell?
I'm sure you'd be great if you actually tried. Like,
You're no. It's a confidence thing.
I put down my visor just to like stop myself from laughing.
Okay. So you're telling me my dad shows up after years, after disowning me, to try to kill me, and goes down like a pansy.
Well, he
So
was
that's
kind
not
of doing it to save your mother, I believe. He tried to kill you to save your mother's life.
Okay.
Because
Mom
the
was there
dragon,
too.
the dragon was holding her captive.
Okay.
From what he said, anyway. I didn't see that, but the dragon ended up eating your mom. But you put Serene in this little inkwell that you have, and you turn into an octopus sometimes. It's really crazy. Anyway,
Hold on. I met Serene. I'm an octopus, and I put her what?
you put her in an inkwell.
How?
She like melted into an inkwell. You got really angry, and it was oh my god. And then
That's
we
not
stripped naked, and
I don't You know what? This summary is very chaotic. Really hectic.
yeah.
No
and then
clues.
the party tried to kill each other. The two.
What?
The other guy that was with us and the other Victair just kept trying to kill each other. It was
How does
completely
that spring
crazy.
from the other chain of events before it?
I don't understand any of it.
Oh, Minxie, come here. Neither
It
do
was
I.
horrible.
Oh,
Yeah, hug, yeah.
We're gonna get out of this crazy
Yeah.
place. This is nuts.
You trying to get out of this place?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, yeah.
No, I'll just listen.
Like, I don't know if you saw.
Yeah,
But the sun
listen,
kind of
this is-
exploded.
This is our world.
Oh,
This is our world. Like,
has it always been this cuckoo crazy? No.
Only a couple of weeks ago, like a month at most.
This is new.
Really
Okay.
insane. Yeah, we're trying to actually fix it.
That's good.
Like all of the whole of humanity of this world, I guess, or possibly this universe actually, your world included, rests on our shoulders.
Okay. Well, you point us in a direction then. If you know what's going on, you seem. Do we
I
have an
don't,
idea of how
so-
to solve this?
You were given a page, I assume. Pages
Yeah.
seem to accumulate to yeah.
Well, and you like look for it because
Yeah.
you just kind of threw it. In
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dust.
yeah.
So it's like, oh, yeah, I did get the
Oh,
page.
yeah, that's really important actually.
It doesn't make any
was,
sense.
Yes, because your one was with Minxie. That's how we knew like about Minxie, and then that one means that someone else is in this world that we possibly have to go and find and help us. Everyone
Okay.
seems to be sent here. To help.
So these pages announce some crazy event going on.
Yes, and sometimes they are even more like. Let's look at that one.
Yeah, here you go.
Hoping it's not a horror page.
You seem nice.
Fingers
Yeah, she's-
crossed.
Yep.
She's nice.
And then so Quilliam.
Yeah.
Quilliam.
No, that's Quilliam.
Quilliam. Okay.
Do they not have schools in this world?
No, I went to pirate school.
Oh, they're notoriously bad at schooling.
Do you have
You
schools
poor
in your
thing.
world?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, isn't there like bad schools? Like
yeah. Oh, you know so little. I'm gonna teach you a whole bunch while we're working together to fix stuff. Yeah.
she's really confused and just like, what is happening right now? I've already had 4 doubts, I don't even remember one.
Yeah, this guy's just jumping. He's
Yeah.
like, you
This
know,
is great.
And he's just gonna like show up and be like, you know, you actually remind me of of a big brawny girl back in my world called Bee. Is Bee here?
Oh, I have not seen B, but she
Don't.
does remind me of B.
Right?
Why do...
She's got like that vacant stare, but that smiling like
She's
grin.
big.
Yeah, and she's so big.
Yeah.
She even sounds like her sometimes.
She does. That's what he's like.
Oh god.
All right, so that word is Quilliam.
And B in this... Okay.
But knowing that word is
so-
Quilliam doesn't make it make sense. That's... you're saying this page is tied to a dude? That guy?
Most likely someone, like, that was written on the page comes into this universe.
Oh, do
Like-
they fall near where the page falls? Because I was over here.
They could be...
And Minxie fell somewhere, like, way out. So where's
Yeah.
this guy?
They could be anywhere. They focus in on the Victors, like, my Victor. Here.
Oh. Well,
Don't know.
I think they'll have a better time falling in near me. That guy doesn't look the best.
He's great.
Hey,
He's...
like I share his name and like his body, but I'm not him. Like you can be honest. We can dish.
No, I understand that, but he needs help. Like,
You can tell him. He kind of looks like a butt. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Everyone's getting this reference.
Everyone loves the new Victor.
Except all the
Yeah.
Victors just
you're so great.
grumpy.
Yeah.
You're so great. I wish that my Victor was like this. We need to save the universe.
Old Victor? Yeah.
Old Victor is just like, all right, if you're gonna do that, give me the page. I get the rest of them. I know kind of what the deal is. Quilliam and his master know better. Okay, it's waxing poetic. Ultimately, these things don't mean all that much. We're looking for some kind of sign. Now, this page dropped from on high, as did Georgia. It is the message. We've seen one of the results, which is the splitting of the sun. That could reflect the splitting of Tiamat. Some kind of massive, kind of godly, symbolic entity splitting. It could just be... Or maybe it's tied to this person. Either way...
Read the first line again.
The fiery heart of life, yeah. So divided and split, like a flame in the dark. Okay, yeah, so... Sun go boom. I don't know.
Well, maybe he knows how to get it back together again.
We
Maybe that's what
actually
he-
know how to do that, Carrie.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that, but
Yeah, if you want to talk strategy, you
Sure.
can talk to it with me, because that guy doesn't know what the hell's going on.
of course.
Doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. He's
Oh come on.
singing songs and shit.
Yeah, he's not as much of a leader as you, so
Yeah,
we can do this.
cool. So,
I just had a moment. I'm cool now.
awesome. We know what's going on. We know that we have to get to the dragons. You there, Guy, have you seen a dragon in the vicinity? And obviously,
Yeah.
you said that he didn't.
Yes, switched. Yep.
Nope. No, well, actually, heard of the big lizards. Didn't actually think to go near them, considering that I don't know that the dragons play some part in all of this, so I am happy to tag along. Minxie, I'll go wherever you're going. And this girl, she seems like a great fixer-upper, so, I mean, she seems nice enough, and she looks like she's got a lofty goal in mind, so why don't you guys, if you know what's going on, kind of point in that direction, and I'll just hop on that. Oh, that horse has run away. We'll just make it a lovely little trip as a
Get on
group, yeah?
Mixies?
Yeah, just like old times.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is so great. Oh,
And about that time, we're just going to pause for a moment. Now, I'll switch back to Kathak's Victor, just so you know where we're starting off. But in the meantime, though, Quilliam, you don't
Quilliam.
have to come down, but you do get to see everything that's playing out.
From
He's
where?
close
He's
enough to
nearby.
see it.
From
Nearby it.
Not really. You are kind of above them. Yeah, as everything split and kind of fell, it brought you into this world as well, but your master is known as a rather divine entity. He's the Great Owl. Now, as you guys got brought into this world, he typically sends you to the end of life on different civilizations and planets to document them, to see why worlds are snuffed out, things like that. He sends you there from kind of a sort of like another plane. that plane just kind of popped in almost like a little pocket dimension, just kind of up in the sky. It's not vast and limitless anymore like it was. It feels like it's rather confined, like a fish brought into a smaller tank. But you can see everything. And you can kind of view what's going on, and you can hear them reading out your name, going over this page that sounds wildly familiar. Are you going to do anything, or are you going to wait?
Wait and watch.
Perfect.
You're just floating above us.
Kind of.
guess.
It's sort of like the pocket dimension rope trick.
Okay.
So you can see everything
Right.
that's going on
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
They can't see you unless you
Yeah,
open
you
the
also
door.
can't attack. It's a very similar kind of feel. So you're viewing everything, but you're not really there, unless you or your master chooses you to be. Now we go back to the ground, where Kathak's Victor and Carrie are talking about maybe planning out a strategy or something. But what do you guys want to do? Where are we headed with this?
Well, clearly the leader.
Well, yeah. And I think
Obviously, it's going
I've
to
been
be-
here the longest.
Well, obviously.
And I'm like, this
you
world's
you have the
Victor.
most leader skills out of all of them. You
Yeah.
can be the bard.
Yeah, sure. He can be
Insane.
like our mascot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his
Keep
head in
us
the
a little
cloud a
bit
bit.
cheery.
So sure, he can be in charge of morale. So that's great. So technically, a Victor, like me, is keeping everyone happy. So that's great. I've kind of fulfilled that obligation to Minxie.
Yeah.
Great, she'll be happy. All right. First, we need to probe this guy for what he knows. He was the one who's been in the capital for the past week. He's the one who's collected the mail for a few days. I don't know if it's useful stuff because he didn't know of the importance that the dragons played in the grand scheme of things. We need to know if he's heard while he was out in the capital of strange happenings that would denote the presence of any of the other dragons. The white and the blue are the ones that we don't know
Yes.
about. The red one went north in the direction of Freytag's, and I don't think we're
Be heading
ready
up there
enough.
from one day. Oh, God,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Little
All right.
flashbacks of being punched.
Yeah.
Knocked out by an old man.
So we'll talk to him, we'll see if he knows anything useful, and if he does know the direction of a dragon, white or blue, that's where we're going next.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, new pretty boy.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Do you have any information on dragons?
Have
you been listening in to the news, newspapers, anything?
Yeah, I've kept my ear to the ground. I'm trying to figure out anything
Okay.
about what's happening.
Okay, we need
I'm
white-
utterly lost.
White and blue.
What now?
White and blue dragon.
Okay.
So you've heard that when you go around market and stuff, you notice that there's a couple stalls that are just completely empty. And just by hearing, you've kind of realized that this is kind of where a lot of the fish and stuff come from. There doesn't seem to be a lot coming in for some reason or another. Asking around, kind of keeping your ear to the ground, you've heard...
Like
You know,
shipments from the
why
western
don't you
east
roll?
coast.
I'm just gonna see how much of this you know. Can you roll whatever you would have used to accumulate the information?
Now, I probably would have used either persuasion or performance just to kind of coax it out of people, and it's pretty much been his sole thing
Totally.
while he was doing that.
Perfect. Yeah.
So,
And also,
if I could have some, like, would the advantage be represented for doing this for multiple days? He's trying to figure out what the hell's happening.
can I get a map out and ask like other Victor to like help with trading routes as soon as they hear about fish? Because he literally like was in charge of like
Yeah.
shipping
So,
things.
so when
around.
you roll for this, you're gonna roll it as if each category is kind of a separate roll. So if someone's asking you if you heard about dragons, because when you follow
okay.
a lead, you follow the lead.
Cool.
When you follow a different lead, you follow a different lead. So this is for the dragons.
For
and knowledge.
dragon lead.
Yeah.
5 plus his performance was probably 7 or higher.
Okay.
So 12.
You
we'll
broke.
say.
Yeah, it's would be very likely that you broke a 10. I would say you know that the word dragon never came up, but you did hear that the shipping of all these fish just dried up out of nowhere. And as people kind of asked around, what's going on? Why aren't the shipments coming in? All they really got, or all you could find, is just this sea beast that seems to have been causing a lot of trouble in the area and eating pretty much all the fish. And anyone that does go out there to try and fish, they don't come back.
East coast or west coast?
East.
Oh, so we have to go back the way we came. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, far east.
Oh,
Like
even-
east, like water, like...
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, in that case, I'll let them know that I've heard
Yeah.
something of like some massive sea monster that's consuming all the life around it and attacking ships and stuff in
Yeah.
its area. Yeah, and if she asks other Victair, he'll be like, well, the vast majority of the stuff that comes into Presonus would be coming up that waterway that goes past the entrance near Pirates Cove, so it would be eastern seaboard side. And so he would kind of know where that stuff is.
Perfect. Yeah. Easy enough. So, yeah, Meinl's Victair explains what he knows anyways. Where do we go from there?
And then Victor actually putting it to his knowledge and skill.
Yep.
All right, so we've got at least a bit of a hint of where a possible dragon might be, and honestly, that's better than nothing. So I'm thinking we get this guy to double up with you, Minxie, and well, yep, you keep him in line. We're going to head back to the capital and see if we can get back on that little boat that we dropped off, because we're going to be going back out to sea, back the way we came.
Why?
Why? Oh yeah, you were talking to that guy. So, to bring you up to speed, there is a hint of a large creature that is devouring everything within a certain area, which kind of seems like the area of effect of a dragon. So that's all we've got right now for leads, so that's where I think we should go. Unless you have a better idea.
No.
Awesome. Great.
Plus, you do look really good on the ship, to be fair. And I think
I
both
know.
Victairs need a captain.
Oh my god, they both
I was the
Collectively.
captain.
Like, I'm gonna-
We
I'm
established that.
they
and then-
both think that they are captains. We'll let them think that, but we really know that it's you.
Oh god, it can't be me.
It's you.
So you guys are going to try to accrue a boat.
Yes, so we're going back, we're turning around, going back the way we came, back to Presonus,
Yes.
to pick up the boat that we put in the dock, hop on, back out to the water.
Yes.
Yeah, which...
Make your way around. Now, the question is, you're on the other side completely. Are you going to go up and around? Or are you going to go down and around?
Do we have a map that can be brought up at all?
Sure
I
do.
don't remember it offhand.
Which area is the fish going missing?
To the east, far east. So
Yeah,
we've got
very far east.
Presonus.
Oh.
We were heading in the direction
Kind
of
of by
Grimsby Harbor.
Grimsby.
We can
Yes.
just go to Grimsby and steal the ship from there.
So, yes, you guys are kind
We
of
would
central.
have to go all the way around the continent.
Where's the...
No. So Grimsby is the east side.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
Never eat shredded.
Yeah,
wheat.
so
East
Persona.
that way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I was like,
So
that's
Presonus
why I
is
was
kind of
confused, 'cause
central.
our boat is there.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
kind of slightly northeast, but east from where you guys are, and you're actually pretty close to water on that side. You're really central, so it's totally up to you. Which way do you
As
guys
soon
want
as
to go?
you suggest that, I'll just be like, there's boats in Grimsby. They're not normally chained up or anything, or monitored very well.
Oh, I guess you
We
would
could
know, yeah.
probably steal one.
All right,
And
yeah.
just go out straight.
I made a mistake. I made an oopsie. I had them.
I'll just whisper it to you so you can
Yeah.
pump yourself up.
Hey,
feel
if you've
big.
ever got a slam dunk like that on me, you just don't hold back.
Oh, okay.
I'm snarky, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Oh, cool.
So you just tell me that I've got it whoop-de, wrong way around.
Even in front of people?
Well, not in front of that guy. But
Okay.
We all make
That's why I
mistakes,
whispered
Victor.
it.
It's
this is
okay.
exactly what I'm talking about. I don't need this right now. Now she's insufferable. Oh. Now I can't stand her. He just now he gets his horse closer to Carrie's because he's like, I don't want to be around the Mixie anymore. I'm just being with the other guy.
Yeah.
All right, so awesome.
Everyone should be fleeing from there anyway.
Yeah. So he's gonna stand up in the stirrups and look out and go, yeah, no, you know what? Change of plan. Other way. True east is what I meant. Not not east
You
by
like
the
point
compass.
east that way, I'll just
We're
move
talking
your
true
body.
east, which is the direction of east.
Yes.
He just
starts to move.
horses and head
So you-
towards Grimsby.
Yeah, so you find you have to go north for a little bit just because of the crack in the ground. It's a little bit tricky to navigate, but you actually can find a pretty smooth way towards Grimsby.
Awesome.
And now, time doesn't really even make sense so much right now because the sun itself, as it's in the north and the east and west, it's actually almost just rotating, to be north
Oh,
south.
so it's constantly
It's
staying?
basically it's orbiting you. It's
Okay.
Yeah, there's this weird spin and gravity. The
Well,
world universe doesn't really make sense. So at this point, yeah.
Meinl Victair is gonna look at Minx
Oh,
and
yeah?
go, "Hey, dear, look, sunset and sunrise, same time. Don't get that every day. Day. Just look at that, it's so cool.
Jesus Christ.
It's perfect lighting.
You're slightly more chipper than I remember. But
Well-
I'm really happy to see you too.
I have been alone and lost for a week, so it'll do that to you.
Oh,
my
also,
God.
I don't know if you would even mention this, but just for your knowledge, if you ever want to know what was in the mail, or
Yeah.
would you care? So,
Well, if it's useful.
it depends. There was the letter from your friend who asked you to be there to
Oh.
read his will when he passed.
Okay.
Yes, that conversation. Mr. Atkinson, I believe was his name. That letter did come through. Didn't make a lot of sense to you, but you
because I
can
don't
kind of
know.
put it together like something about reading the wills. It was a whatever, right? Facilitate, yada yada. Other than that, it wasn't really too much. It was mostly like bills, past dues, things like that, and that's kind of what you got to work trying
Okay.
to fix up until people in person started to be like, "Hey, you owe me money. Like, this is way worse than I thought." So that's kind of what you know.
So I'll just pass over the letter from Mr. Atkinson to Minxie and I'll be like, hey, why don't you slip this to Sad Victor?
Okay.
Because I was willing to like show up and just like, yes, as condolences kind of thing, and just show my face if I had to. But now that he's back, he should probably go to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would have been awkward if they asked me any personal questions. So,
Yes.
dodged an arrow there. All right, cool.
Cool, perfect.
And we'll start riding
Yeah, so you
to
guys
get around this crack.
Perfect. So you guys can get around the crack, and you guys get to Grimsby, and you can see it's kind of a similar state.
Can his
Everyone's like
whole move?
hiding.
Can his like little portable dimension like hover?
So-
like a UFO?
So
Creeper.
you don't know, but
This is
I
the
w-
first time hearing of it.
yes, but I will explain to you. It
follow?
doesn't seem like you're moving. It just seems like you're like they're just central, and everything is shifting around them. Kind of
Including me.
kind of like when you play a video game
Oh,
and
okay.
it
Watching the
just
character.
doesn't quite grab realities just
Maybe
right.
third
and
person.
It almost looks like it kind of looks like they're central and like things are moving under them and around them. It just you kind of get that feeling. So you're not really following them. You're present within the storyline. It seems.
You don't have camera control. Every once in a while,
but they're leaving
camera
the city,
is weird.
Yeah. They're,
and I'm following them.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And they do reach Grimsby.
What time do you guys go to bed? It's a long fucking day.
Well, on the map, it looked like it would be a couple day journey.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
nothing's going to happen between there and then in regards to seeing anyone or encountering anything because there's literally one road that goes there and
Yeah.
everyone is freaking the hell out.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's a very different kind of vibe. You guys can get to Grimsby in no time.
The apocalypse is great for traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
at the
no
end
one's
of the
trading.
night.
Cool.
End
Tell
of
you
our
what.
night.
Yep.
At night, if there is a night.
I was going to have them sleep at the town, but if you want to...
Oh, I thought it was a couple day journey.
It is. So if you want to kind of integrate yourself the first night, absolutely.
Yes,
So you guys set camp somewhere.
Or maybe we hit this up after a break. Or...
Yeah. So, oh yeah, it's been an hour and a little bit, and we can chat. Perfect. So we're gonna leave this here for just 1 second. We'll just grab a quick bathroom break, and Mark kind of divulges wherever this is gonna go. Yeah, we'll be right back. So for those of you that are watching on YouTube, this is gonna be a whole other episode popping up. Probably give it a few days. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And for those of you on Twitch, we'll be right back. So thanks very much, guys. Be right back.
Thanks so much.